Are you struggling to pass your theory test first time? Then you're at the right place. Welcome to the Driving Theory Test UK, your trusted source for DVSA-style practice questions, hazard perception training, road signs, and expert tips to help you pass with confidence. We break down tricky topics into simple, easy-to-follow videos so you can learn faster and smarter. Bullseye, whether your test is weeks away or just around the corner, we're here to support you every step of the way. Subscribe now and join thousands of learners who've passed their test with our help. Question 1. Where would it be unsafe to overtake? A. On a single carriageway. B. On a one-way street. C. Approaching a junction. D. Traveling up a long hill. C. Approaching a junction. Question 2. You're parked in a busy high street. What's the safest way to turn your vehicle around so you can drive in the opposite direction? A. Turn around in a quiet side road. B. Drive into a side road and reverse out into the main road. C. Ask someone to stop the traffic. D. Carry out a U-turn. A. Turn around in a quiet side road. Question 3. What advice should you give to a driver who has had a few alcoholic drinks at a party? A. Have a strong cup of coffee and then drive home. B. Drive home carefully and slowly. C. Go home by public transport. D. Wait a short while and then drive home. C. Go home by public transport. Question 4. You're turning left from a main road into a side road. What should you do if there's a pedestrian on the pavement waiting to cross the side road? A. Flash your lights to encourage the pedestrian to cross. B. Carry on turning into the side road. C. Sound your horn to let the pedestrian know you're there. D. Wait and give way to the pedestrian. D. Wait and give way to the pedestrian. Question 5. You're at a junction controlled by traffic lights. When should you wait at a green light? A. When pedestrians are waiting to cross. B. When your exit from the junction is blocked. C. When you think the lights may be about to change. D. When you intend to turn right. B. When your exit from the junction is blocked. Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video. Question 6. What does this sign mean? A. National speed limit applies. B. Waiting restrictions apply. C. No stopping. D. No entry. C. No stopping. Question 7. An injured person has been placed in the recovery position. They're unconscious but breathing normally. What else should be done? A. Press firmly between their shoulders. B. Place their arms by their side. C. Give them a hot sweet drink. D. Check their airway remains open. D. Check their airway remains open. Question 8. How can driving in a fuel-efficient manner help protect the environment? A. Through the legal enforcement of speed regulations. B. By increasing the number of cars on the road. C. Through increased fuel bills. D. By reducing exhaust emissions. D. By reducing exhaust emissions. Question 9. Which advanced driver assistance systems is designed to actively prevent collisions? A. Automotive night vision. B. Driver drowsiness detection. C. Advanced emergency braking system. D. Cruise control. C. Advanced emergency braking system. Question 10. What does this motorway sign mean? A. Use any lane except the hard shoulder. B. Use the hard shoulder only. C. Use the 3 right-hand lanes only. D. Use all the lanes, including the hard shoulder. D. Use all the lanes, including the hard shoulder. Question 11. When should you leave a 2-second gap between your vehicle and the one in front? A. When it's raining. B. When it's dry. C. When it's icy. D. When it's foggy. B. When it's dry. Question 12. You're on a motorway. A lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? A. Move into the right-hand lane. B. Stop behind the flashing lights. C. Pass the lorry on the left. D. Leave the motorway at the next exit. C. Pass the lorry on the left. Question 13. What should you do before driving into a tunnel? A. Switch off your radio. B. Take off your sunglasses. C. Close your sunroof. D. Switch on your windscreen wipers. B. Take off your sunglasses. Question 14. Why are these yellow lines painted across the road? A. To help you choose the correct lane. B. To help you keep the correct separation distance. C. To make you aware of your speed. D. To tell you the distance to the roundabout. C. To make you aware of your speed. Question 15. A single carriageway road has this sign. What's the maximum permitted speed for a car towing a trailer? A. 30 miles per hour. B. 40 miles per hour. C. 50 miles per hour. D. 60 miles per hour. C. 50 miles per hour. Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video. Question 16. What requires extra care when you're driving or riding in windy conditions? A. Using the brakes. B. Moving off on a hill. C. Turning into a narrow road. D. Passing cyclists. D. Passing cyclists. Question 17. What can cause excessive or uneven tire wear? A. A faulty gearbox. B. A faulty braking system. C. A faulty electrical system. D. A faulty exhaust system. B. A faulty braking system. Question 18. You're being overtaken by a long, heavily laden lorry. What should you do if it's taking a long time for it to overtake? A. Speed up. B. Slow down. C. Hold your speed. D. Change direction. B. Slow down. Question 19. You're about to drive home. What should you do if you feel very tired and have a severe headache? A. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. B. Drive home, but take a tablet for headaches. C. Drive home if you can stay awake for the journey. D. Wait for a short time, then drive home slowly. A. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. Question 20. Why is traveling in neutral for long distances, known as coasting, bad driving technique? A. It will cause the car to skid. B. It will make the engine stall. C. The engine will run faster. D. There will not be any engine braking. D. There will not be any engine braking. Question 21. What should you do when there's an obstruction on your side of the road? A. Carry on, as you have priority. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. C. Wave oncoming vehicles through. D. Accelerate to get past first. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. Question 22. You're traveling behind a bus. What should you do if it pulls up at a bus stop? A. Accelerate past the bus. B. Look for pedestrians. C. Sound your horn. D. Pull in closely behind the bus. B. Look for pedestrians. Question 23. How should you rejoin the motorway after a breakdown on the hard shoulder? A. Build up speed on the hard shoulder before looking for a safe gap in the traffic. B. Move straight out into the left-hand lane as you are not allowed to drive on the hard shoulder. C. Wait until a vehicle in the left-hand lane signals to you that it's safe to rejoin. D. Keep your hazard lights flashing until you have safely rejoined the carriageway. A. Build up speed on the hard shoulder before looking for a safe gap in the traffic. Question 24. Where would you find green reflective studs on a motorway? A. Separating driving lanes. B. Between the hard shoulder and the carriageway. C. At slip road entrances and exits. D. Between the carriageway and the central reservation. C. At slip road entrances and exits. Question 25. What should you do if there's a bus at a bus stop ahead of you? A. Flash your lights to warn the driver of your presence. B. Continue at the same speed but sound your horn as a warning. C. Watch carefully for the sudden appearance of pedestrians. D. Pass the bus as quickly as you possibly can. C. Watch carefully for the sudden appearance of pedestrians. Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video. Question 26. You're about to go down a steep hill. What should you do to control the speed of your vehicle? A. Select a high gear and use the brakes carefully. B. Select a low gear and use the brakes carefully. C. Select a high gear and use the brakes firmly. D. Select a low gear and avoid using the brakes. B. Select a low gear and use the brakes carefully. Question 27. You're driving along this road. What should you do if the red car cuts in close in front of you? A. Accelerate to get closer to the red car. B. Give a long blast on the horn. C. Drop back to leave the correct separation distance. D. Flash your headlights several times. C. Drop back to leave the correct separation distance. Question 28. You're on a country road. What should you expect to see coming towards you on your side of the road? A. Motorcycles. B. Bicycles. C. Pedestrians. D. Horse riders. C. Pedestrians. Question 29. Where should you park your vehicle at night? A. Near a police station. B. In a quiet road. C. On a red route. D. In a well-lit area. D. In a well-lit area. Question 30. You want to turn left at this junction. What should you do if your view of the main road is restricted? A. Stay well back and wait to see if anything comes. B. Build up your speed so that you can emerge quickly. C. Stop and apply the parking brake even if the road is clear. D. Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly. D. Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly. Question 31. Why should you never wave people across at pedestrian crossings? A. Another vehicle may be coming. B. They may not be looking. C. It's safer for you to carry on. D. They may not be ready to cross. A. Another vehicle may be coming. Question 32. You're turning right from a main road into a side road. There's no oncoming traffic. What should you do if pedestrians are standing on the pavement waiting to cross the side road? A. Turn in because the pedestrians are safe on the pavement. B. Wave at the pedestrians, inviting them to cross the road. C. Wait and give way to the pedestrians. D. Sound your horn to alert the pedestrians to your presence. C. Wait and give way to the pedestrians. Question 33. Which arm signal tells you that the car you're following is going to pull up? C. Question 34. Your vehicle breaks down on a motorway and you need to call for help. Why might it be better to use an emergency roadside telephone rather than a mobile phone? A. It connects you to a local garage. B. Using a mobile phone will distract other drivers. C. It allows easy location by the emergency services. D. Mobile phones do not work on motorways. C. It allows easy location by the emergency services. Question 35. What hazard should you be especially aware of if you're turning left into a side road? A. One-way street. B. Pedestrians. C. Traffic congestion. D. Parked vehicles. B. Pedestrians. Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video. Question 36. You have to arrive on time for an appointment. How should you plan for the journey? A. Allow plenty of time for the trip. B. Plan to travel at busy times. C. Avoid roads with the national speed limit. D. Prevent other drivers from overtaking. A. Allow plenty of time for the trip. Question 37. What should you do first if your vehicle has broken down on an automatic railway level crossing? A. Get everyone out of the vehicle and clear of the crossing. B. Telephone your vehicle recovery service to move it. C. Walk along the track to give warning to any approaching trains. D. Try to push the vehicle clear of the crossing as soon as possible. A. Get everyone out of the vehicle and clear of the crossing. Question 38. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? A. Breakdown cover. B. An appropriate driving license. C. Proof of your identity. D. A vehicle handbook. B. An appropriate driving license. Question 39. What should you do if you park on the road when it's foggy? A. Leave parking lights switched on. B. Leave dipped headlights and fog lights switched on. C. Leave dipped headlights switched on. D. Leave main beam headlights switched on. A. Leave parking lights switched on. Question 40. You're carrying an 11-year-old child on the front seat of your car. They're under 1.35 meters, 4 feet 5 inches, tall. What seatbelt security must be in place? A. They must use an adult seatbelt. B. They must be able to fasten their own seatbelt. C. They must use a suitable child restraint. D. They must be able to see clearly out of the front window. C. They must use a suitable child restraint. Question 41. You're going to tow a trailer that's wider than your car. What must you fit to your car before you start towing it? A. Exterior towing mirrors. B. Projection markers. C. Parking sensors. D. Rear view camera. A. Exterior towing mirrors. Question 42. Which sign means turn left ahead? B. Question 43. When may you stop on a motorway? A. If you have to read a map. B. When you're tired and need a rest. C. If your mobile phone rings. D. In an emergency or breakdown. D. In an emergency or breakdown. Question 44. On what type of road surface may anti-lock brakes be ineffective? A. Dry. B. Loose. C. Firm. D. Smooth. B. Loose. Question 45. Which road user has caused a hazard? A. The parked car, arrowed A. B. The pedestrian waiting to cross, arrowed B. C. The moving car, arrowed C. D. The car turning, arrowed D. A. The parked car, arrowed A. Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video. Question 46. What should you do as you approach this bridge? A. Move to the right. B. Slow down. C. Change gear. D. Keep to 30 miles per hour. B. Slow down. Question 47. Which is the most vulnerable road user? A. Car driver. B. Tractor driver. C. Lorry driver. D. Motorcyclist. D. Motorcyclist. Question 48. Why is there a warning, reduce speed now? A. Traffic is merging from the left. B. There's a T-junction ahead. C. There's a crossroads and a double bend ahead. D. There's a staggered junction ahead. C. There's a crossroads and a double bend ahead. Question 49. Why has the line in the center of the road changed? A. To warn you the speed limit has changed. B. To warn of hazards ahead. C. To warn you there's a speed camera ahead. D. To warn you not to change lanes. B. To warn of hazards ahead. Question 50. The driver towing the caravan wants to turn right onto the dual carriageway. What should they do? A. Move partly into the central reservation and wait until it's safe to turn. B. Move out when an approaching driver flashes their headlights. C. Turn left and find a suitable place to turn around. D. Wait until the road is clear in both directions before turning. D. Wait until the road is clear in both directions before turning.